Nice.
Enjoy your pound cake, and thank you, Nikki, for reading donations during this. My guests couldn't make it because they are currently at a protest.
Oh hell yeah! That's a perfectly good reason to miss this. But you know what? I'm here for the ride, so let's get it.
Thank you. I'm just gonna hit new game and get us started. I'm so glad to be here. It's an immense honor to be part of this event, and particularly grateful to the organizers and volunteers of this event, donation readers, everyone doing inputs. Apple, Maddie, and Dante in particular are inspiring, mobilizing forces in our movement, and I have a lot of love for them. And thank you all in chat for donating and being here today. Please get those in. I'll talk a little bit about mutual aid based on what my experiences have taught me, and be a little more focused on what to expect if you're a new person coming into it. And I'll be doing it over one of the more violent video games of 2019. We're really getting started with those. Really getting started off right.
Fine. They're fine.
This is what happens when you rely on your government for mutual aid. This is what happens. I don't know, like in the anarchist groups that I'm a part of, and that influenced me, and made me more, I guess, like, opened me up. And a long time I was very stuck in my activism in politics. I very much did not know what to do. Is this also too loud? I can put the game down a little bit if you can't hear me over it.
So I can't hear the game at all.
Oh, you can't hear the game at all?
Wait, no. That was, you know what? That's my fault.
Okay.
I had the stream muted because I can't read. The audio's fine.
Okay. Audio's fine. That's good to know. I don't know, like, I was stuck for a while. I was constantly looking for, like, the right way to do things, or, like, the right take. Like, that type of thing. I was going at it in such a way that, like, a lot of people are. Like, you're trained to kind of find the correct moral take, and you're trained to, like, trying to know how to, like, go about something, when you really just need to be there. Like, you just need to protest. You just need to donate to mutual aid groups and bail groups. Like, that's how you build and mobilize infrastructure. It's less of the, like, knowing the answer. And more of being part of that solution. It's much more democratic in that way. I think a lot of times, like, the real intervening, how can I put this? Like, the real intervening that comes in those spaces, because it's not like the non-democratic spaces that you're raised in. Like, when you're going through life, you're pretty much constantly exposed to non-democratic spaces. It's your workplace, it can be your church, it can be very much your government, it can be all sorts of like, spaces that generally do not encourage you to work it out alongside your peers. It just may have been a loud cutscene. Yeah. But the beautiful thing about mutual aid groups, especially, like, now, like, that they're more in focus because of how they have mobilized at the threat of COVID-19 or the economy, or now with the Black Lives Matter movement, is that they're always, like, they're right every time this happens, and something is brought to their doorstep. They're ready with everything to support the health and well-being of the most vulnerable. They're built around not just, like, restoring, like, the capacities for these movements, but also, like, like, in spite of the failures of, like, your government systems and these cycles of colonialism, like, this real intervening, it makes sure that capitalism and colonialism don't just recuperate themselves through this crisis. Like, it makes sure that, like, they're irrelevant through the process. And the way that you do that is, again, by, like, donating to bail bond groups. It's like by donating to these mutual aid groups. It's by getting involved yourself with them, which, again, like, will be much more democratic than you're used to. I think it will change up your experiences. Okay, Aerith and
now, okay, yeah, you're doing a lot of great work and talking really good about how mutual aid groups work, and I'm learning a lot. But this is Aerith, huh?
Yeah. I asked everyone what they wanted for a Sekiro run, and they said, could you make it? Could you have Tifa? And I said, sure, we'll do Tifa. So I replaced Emma with Aerith, and I replaced Sekiro with Tifa. So it is exactly the PS4 models. Don't ask how I got the models, but we're happy to spotlight her as much as possible. Just for the chat here, I will turn around because you'll be mostly seeing her back, but everyone loves the abs, so I will
She's so
make
strong.
sure that they're on screen.
I love my strong wife.
Let's see. I have to actually move chat. I have to pause here so I can move chat and actually see what I'm looking at. There we go. Yeah, like first, please interrupt at any time, Nikki, if there are any donations. Like,
yeah,
I will just talk immediately about like mutual experiences so you can see. If there's any questions you have about mutual aid too, I'd love to answer them, especially from my more anarchist perspective.
Yeah, like what? I guess for like a lay person, like what does the immediate? You said it like can start working immediately as the drop of a hat. Like what is allowing mutual aid funds to kind of mobilize that quickly?
So like today, what I noticed is that there's like a lot, just like there was at the end, like around 2016 when Trump was initially elected, right? There's like a lot of newly mobilizable or angry or scared people, and like what is frequently known to people or like what they're more aware of does not really build into that mobilization. Like they're not aware that like these groups have always been here and have always been ready and to like find these moments in like where capitalism has fallen or like broken, and what allows them to be so ready is because they're all like people who are within those communities, people within those groups. So, like that's what's so incredible about the doc that Dante put together is that all of these groups are localized, right? Like they're all built from people who live there, and that's really what makes mutual aid so wonderful and like transformative. Is that it's about making sure that your local community, the people that have run the food in your local community are the people who live there. The people that determine the energy of your local community are people that live there. It's not like really waiting on like a good way to put this is like these groups, the reason that they are ready, the reason that they have these standings is because they're not like waiting on the ACLU to have like a court case to solve something.
Right.
They're not hoping that your representatives will do something or waiting to vote, or just straight up donating to nonprofits instead of these groups. Like those stories that you hear of social change really in the United States, like what you've been fed, really undermine that mobilization in that regard. Like these places, that's like there's always intra-differences inside mutual aid groups, but they're places where people can really get mobilized and politicized, like building greater solidarity than when they came in. So that sure. I think that's why they're more prepared, is that they've already they're more enumerated with conflict and they know how to handle it and like create, like not just prevent it, but like make it a productive thing. Right. And again, like I said, for childcare, for healthcare, for energy, like this sort of collective self-determination makes them more prepared to take action than this sort of passivity that you're kind of fed by like nonprofits. It's really the alternative. And like mutual aid, I'm gonna like bear with me here for a second when I say this. It's like, it's not really narrated in the stories and media or like the social change that we're told. Like it's a lot of times, like in general, it's mostly done by women and like people of color and indigenous people. And like, I'm saying that because like often defaulted to as like a women's work of a movement, but it's actually making sure people are okay. It's like care work, you know, like in in sort of like a capitalist or like a white supremacist society, like that's not at all valued as much as like external deliverables. Like this is why the numbers are like the first thing you hear, like the amounts raised or like the amount of direct, like how do you put this, like during disasters, like in these moments, it's all about the deliverables. It's like your stimulus check,
Right.
or like the welfare that comes with it. But mutual aid is not these things, and you see it more acutely in these like disasters because all the time. But it's been going on all the time as people try and confront these disasters of like colonialism and capitalism and white supremacy, and that's what makes them more prepared for this modern moment. I hope that answers your question.
No, for sure, it extremely answered my question. I love to learn. This is unironic. I love to learn. This is perfect for me. We've got a donation from Standard Case, $10. The note is, please let me sleep. Also, fuck cops worldwide. Hard RT to that.
Hard RT to that. Me personally, ACAB. I know the sloganeering is not always something that is like welcomed across all movements, but for me, I definitely am subscribing to that one.
Yeah, for me also ACAB.
When I see this like mobilization that's happening right now, like this level of crisis that people are having, you got to take my. We're not gonna hold on to the tag. We're going to make sure that he's safe. But it makes us have greater danger. This is like a game mechanic thing I think I'll explain quickly before I get back to mutual aid talk. There's two game mechanics that I'll be invoking to make the game significantly harder. And the first one right here is called Tagless, which is where if you've beaten the game once before, even if you start a new game save, you can choose a path of further hardships by giving the tag back. And it will be underneath my health bar there with my sliver of health. The little symbol there, the little kanji, is signifying that every time you block, I have to put on the my quick items before I forget.
I cannot get over how long she is. She's so long.
she's a big girl. Like, look at that. Big girl. If you're tagless or whatever, every time you block and it's not a perfect parry, you take damage. And it's the same thing for one of the later pickups that I will get. It just makes it harder for you to break posture like I just did, because I'll be bringing the Demon Bell. So yes, Standard Case is right. This is what peak performance looks like, and we would do nothing less for a Tifa run. We would make it as challenging and as like show-offy as possible. There'd be a lot of tutorials appearing, but I disabled them because I don't think you want to read all of them and have it interrupt the stream.
No, yeah, for sure. Oh damn, we've got more donations. $10 from Lilyfin. Please let Standard Case sleep. Ren also hanging out. We'll be doing donation readings. Says allow slumber. And Jimprov, $100, says good luck.
I'm getting a little lag, I'll be honest.
Oh, no.
But I think it'll be fine. Like, I feel it a little bit when I'm, like, turning around them. But there's enough, like, pellets that I think I'll be able to just heal up to full and get through this next fight. And I'll take an Ash just to be safe. Oh, shoot. I fell. Yes, Ren is incredible. When she is on stream later, I will definitely be watching. I think after this is what comes after me. It's Kato, right? Kato in the Sims?
I think so. Well, Kato's playing Tonight We Riot, and then Gita's got the Sims at noon Central Standard Time. Did you know that it isn't Central Daylight Time, even though Daylight Savings Time is over? Well, because Daylight Savings Time is over. I've been tweeting basically yesterday and day before yesterday and yesterday. Like, things are happening at X Daylight Time. But it's not. That's not what it is. It's Standard Time.
Yes, and the reason I know that is equally unfortunate. I've been furloughed from my initial job due to this COVID crisis. Mm-hmm. So I was doing some contract work, and I was having to communicate with, of all people, Microsoft.
Ooh, the
the worst. And we were constantly going over time things because none of us were on the same time zone.
Right.
It just kept popping up. Yeah. Yes. We're approaching one of the first boss fights just now.
Jim Prov's donation was actually $189.
Oh my god.
$100. Huge thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A lot of what I've said about mutual aid, if anyone has questions in chat, I'd happily answer them. I know this sounds pretty processy, but to me that's part of it being make or break, is recognizing that it's this mutual aid project and movement is not a replacement for the government, right? Because what the government will bring are like these stimulus packages. At least as I have studied its history, it has these moments where it sees that the public's collective threat, right? Like it sees you in the streets, it sees you with nothing to lose and only things to gain, and it gives you small concessions to like hold you back. And like, I think what makes it make or break these recent mobilizations that give us and have the capacity to like last and win more than we have in a long time, is just acknowledging that like the state is willing to offload services that mutual aid groups are providing to like undercut them. So like what offense and defense looks like through our staging and planning, like organizing and intervening in these systems, it's an important thing to be thinking about on like a broader base right now, because it's mutual aid's like not a magical happening off somewhere process. Right. And one thing I keep seeing as it like is having a moment is like, and a lot of you will be using the term for the first time, like a lot of you are joining groups and I'm like super excited, is that like this tendency in media coverage is this tendency to assume that the only goal is to replace and get the government to do what mutual aid groups are doing, and that's really not it. It's like a complicated question of what mutual aid's role is, so like I don't want to like limit it either, but like when I see the ways that the government intercedes, it's like through mean testing, it's like through stimulus packages. Also, Sephiroth is on screen.
Yeah, Sephiroth is here. He's got a really big bow. And I can't tell if his sword is as long as it is in the video game Sekiro, or if it's as long as it is in the video game Kingdom Hearts.
It's the Kingdom Hearts model. Oh right. Yes, I got the thing. Yeah, it's a little laggy, but I can make it work. So, one way to avoid getting harmed is to just never engage for more than like a second and hit and run like any other Souls game. So if you're having problems in Sekiro, try this strategy. Just don't lock on.
Run around.
And run around. And you'll be able to dodge a lot of attacks. Such as I do, and then just hit him in the back.
Incredible.
If you're not locked on, you'll have a lot of better time in this game.
Yeah, I'm so bad at these games. Like, I just don't have the patience to learn. So I just watch people who are good at them, and I'm like, wow, a real gamer. This is peak performance. I'm good at book games where you just read a lot.
One of my favorite games where you read a lot, in particular recently, was Disco Elysium.
That's a good book game.
I'm terrible at that game. I failed every skill check, like every single one. I was only saved by the grace of people who had guides on the internet. So yeah. we all have our strengths. That's what I'm saying, and we all can bring them together through mutual aid.
Hey, that guy got stabbed in the chest, and now Sephiroth is fine. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he walked that one off.
That's wild.
The power of the dragon's blood or whatever. Lore. It's something about lore.
It's lore. It's something about lore. There's books you could read. It's in the grimoire.
Yes. This game is very Buddhist, actually, so it fits that it has so much death in it. The more you play, the more it becomes like apparent that they really leaned into like the Buddhist stuff this time around. So I recommend anyone that's not traditionally interested in these games or like one that is struggling with them, to just download some mods. I mean, there's no make it easier mods here in this version that I'm playing, but if like that's your soul like holding you back and you want to like get into the lore and stuff like that, or like online, This game's really beautiful. It's one of my favorites of the year. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 0-hit fight.
Hell yeah.
I'll take that.
Well, to celebrate that 0-hit fight, we've got some donations. Nico with $10. Hey, Hot Gamers, you didn't die 10 times, but I'm still gonna give $10. Genergy with $104. As someone who's way too tired right now, I would like Standard Case to get the sleeps. Let Standard Case sleep.
Let Standard Case sleep. Get those donations in.
Sparkletone with $50. I see. I don't know the Armored Warrior voice because I haven't played this game, but I'm gonna do my interpretation of the Armored Warrior voice. Chadley.
It's very good, actually.
Is that what he sounds like?
It's not bad. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna make you do all the voices, Nikki, if that's okay. Oh goodness. Now I know it looks bad for Tifa, but it was all a dream.
Is Tifa okay? Oh, okay. She's fine.
Like she's gonna wake up and it's okay.
It was a fake knife.
Yeah. So, if anyone has any mutual aid questions, I'll happily answer them as we continue throughout the run, or like how you can have a better understanding of it as you enter these groups and, you know, engage in this wonderful dismantling, this long-term project to dismantle colonialism, capitalism, and white supremacy. Like, we need you. Oh yeah, she's awake. She's fine.
But her eyes are so messed up. Her eyes are so sick. Her eyelashes were through the middle of her eyes.
Some of my blender skills are better than others. Like, put it like that. Yeah, you get a bonus arm if you're Tifa. You're fine.
My arm is so long. Oh man. We've got $100 from Ashley. Hope it's cool that I signed up for a monthly donation to the Bale Project instead. Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
That
yes.
whips. We love
Thank you,
that.
Ashley. All right, I did the thing. And we should be good to start. You should pull out the sword. Tifa, pull out the sword. Thank you.
Cool. Prosthetic.
We're in good shape. All right, we're moving now. Now it's off to the races and just see how much of the game I can fit in the next half hour. I don't know if we'll probably not get through the whole game, but I think we can at least get through to the next Sephiroth fight, and that would be a good spot to end on. I have a few save files too to skip ahead in case we're running low on time. Just because, you know, I want to show off as much as possible of this beautiful, beautiful game.
Now, is there a mod that I can? Is there a mod that I can do where I can get Sora in here with his pinky blade?
Believe it or not, there is a Sora mod on Nexus Mods if you have the PC version of the game. There's a Sora mod. There's a Guts mod. There's all of the characters from Neo, which is extra hilarious to me because if no one's ever played Neo, it's like this game, but if there was a lot more RPG customization.
Gotcha.
Like it's the same like Samurai Souls aesthetic. Do not see me. He doesn't see me. Good. Because we want to do the cool thing. Because we're here on stream.
Yeah, I love cool things.
There we go. It's about the only time I'll be locking on all
Hell
stream.
Yeah. Damn.
We might take a death here. Just to take a death. Because it's useful and would save us. Yeah, we'll take a death here.
Death saves frames.
Yeah, it'll save us later on. Hi, Pixel.
A good death screen.
Thank you. It was either this or what's his face? Miyazaki looking very pleased. Oh my gosh. I would rather not actually die. Oh, I actually died. No way.
Well,
all right.
Dang.
Well, that's why I took the bonfire, just in case. I'll be donating for every death. I expected to die about 5 times in this run, so that's 1 for me.
1.
Oh my gosh! Caitlin Gadd has an emote that is the default death screen for this game.
That's incredible.
I'm happy to see it again. But that's 1. Not where I in any of my practice runs died, to be fair. But hey, everything's different when you're live. So
yeah,
we'll make the best of it.
That's the power of live TV, baby. Okay, so this guy has 2 health bars, huh?
Yes. A lot of enemies in this game. I'm just getting dunked on. A lot of enemies in this game have 2 health bars. My timing is a little off from the lag, and I'm feeling it now in this fight. But that's okay. It is entirely doable. There should be another Fistful of Ash. Great. I'll take a Bellet. I'll be in good shape. Take it a little simpler so that I don't die. Again, waste time. There we go.
Good night, standard case. Please go to sleep.
Please go to sleep. Take another health just to make sure I don't die.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in
you
case.
Can never be too healthy.
Oh my god, I died.
No.
Okay, we're having this. This is a run. We're having a run, folks. It's a run. It is a run, folks. 2 deaths. That's okay. It's getting used to the stream lag that comes with the game, but it's fine. We will come out on top. Okay. The other stuff will also be fine. So I guess I'll use these moments that we're taking extra time on one of the tutorial bosses to do what we need to do. Come on, bud.
Tifa, simply kick this man off of the side of the cliff.
I would love to. I would love to punch his brains out. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. All right then. We're dying to this guy. That's fine.
Well, do you want to reslot your
happens.
materia?
Yes. I think that's the issue here.
If you reslot your materia, you might be able to get a better loadout kind of going. Oh, I fucking fell for it. Okay, yeah,
we're having a time.
Close. We're so close to 4K.
Let's get it there, folks. This is what I need. If you get it to 4K, I'm sure I will beat a tutorial boss that gave me no problems in my practice runs. Unseen aid. See, even the game has mutual aid. That's why I chose it.
Yeah.
That and the fact I could put Tifa Lockhart in a video game.
Finally.
After years.
Tifa Lockhart in a video game.
We did it. I love the red kanji attacks, and I wish you would do more of them. Because those are the ones and jumping ones, that I can get the most additional hits out of. When he does these, like, standing swipes, it's less effective for me. Yeah, like, that's great for me.
I have a silly question. What's that yellow bar kind of at the bottom of the screen?
Right. That is my posture gauge, and at the top of the screen is his posture gauge. See, instead of having... Wow, that was a good dodge. Instead of having... Nice. This is good. We're gonna win. We won.
Yay.
Instead of having stamina in Sekiro and, like, all the other Souls games, they replaced it with a gameplay mechanic called the posture meter. Where if you break someone's posture, you're able to do those death blows, those little red dots that you see appear. We're back in the run. The run's back, folks. And when those appear, you get rid of one of those health bars just immediately instead of having to, like, tick away at it. It's a different mechanic built on like attacking and defending. So you can build posture even when you are blocking. But the most posture you'll build will come from slashing. See, like I can get posture out of that too. See? But it's like you get a lot more if you're not
got it.
If you're not even striking to begin with. And you will take your own posture damage. Yeah, I'm dodging projectiles right now. You will take your own posture damage if you are blocking the enemy's attacks, if you miss a parry, if you're hit in general, it goes to your posture and your health. It's twofold.
Wow.
And speaking of breaking posture, there's a friendly ogre whose posture we're going to have to break twice. So any donations or etc. during this time are welcome, because it's just a lot of the same thing during this fight. I'll just be slashing at his feet while he does wrestling moves. Okay. All right, Shrek, let's go.
A lot of guys here. Oh, look, it is Shrek. Oh, his legs are so long.
Love the long legs. He can't really see me though. He's having a hard time.
Told me the world is done. God, I hate how long his legs are. It's incredible. Can you imagine if this is what Shrek looked like? If this is how long his legs were in the film Shrek, or Shrek 2, or Shrek the Third, or Shrek Happily Forever, whatever that fourth one's called.
Me neither. I don't remember what the
Forever After. Is that what it's called? It's like the number 4 ever after.
Nikki, do you like sweeted stuff? Do you know what I mean by that? Like,
yes, I do like sweeted stuff.
There's a full-length fan recreation of Shrek.
What?
That's out there. I think it's on YouTube, but I know that one of my friends did a small bit of animation for it. We're gonna break his attack and jump on his face like Tifa does. I recommend it if you want to see the power of Shrek's creativity. People all over the world got involved and made a remake of it just on their own. Incredible. Oh my god.
Shrek just did a sweet elbow drop.
He's a wrestler, trying to do these grabs and drops and kicks. And drop kicks? Come on, do a drop kick. He won't do it. Alright.
Shrek, drop kick Tifa, you won't.
Yeah, try and beat her in CQC.
Yeah.
See what happens. It just takes a minute to do. Big health bar.
This is what Shrek looks like in Shrek the Musical. And that's not a joke. That's just what Shrek looks like. They always cast a really tall dude to play Shrek. So
buff
his
Shrek?
Yeah, they're always buff and kind of tall, but then their head is still the proportions of Shrek. So it's always wild to look at. Mm-hmm. Shrek the Musical does not feature All-Star, which is a shame.
That is a shame. Come on, Smash Mouth.
It's a bunch of original music or whatever.
Alright, I got a safety bonfire because I trust nothing in this run. We're going to do the thing that I mentioned earlier with the other difficulty modifier. We're just going to grab it now. This says to not go this way if you value your life, so I'm going to go this way. There we go.
Is Big Snake in here? Is that this game?
Yep. We're gonna meet a different kind of Big Snake, though. Maybe I changed something.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm excited to see what we've done to Snake.
Apologies to any train fans out there, but we're gonna make some comments about public transportation. Okay, we're almost there. We take this little shinobi cutout.
I'm gonna do a donation really fast. We got.
Please go.
Is that okay? We've got a donation from Eric Marshall for $29.70. Thank you for setting up and doing this. A cab.
All right. Do not ring the bell. Inviting misfortune is an act of virtue, but only the status of heart should ever consider it. I'm gonna ring the bell.
And ring that bell. You can't tell me what to do. Think I won't. So now if you do this, you can't undo this, correct? You can't unring the bell.
I mean, like, if you there's an item in your inventory to get rid of it, but like I'm not unringing the bell. Like they added the item in inventory like the first or second patch because people were like, "But the entire game is hard now." And like, I get it. Yeah, I do.
It's valid.
All right, let's meet the snake.
Let's meet the snake.
Yeah, a lot of these mods, either I did them or they were on Nexus Mods, and bless those mod creators out there who just work tirelessly to put goofy stuff in your Souls games.
Yeah. That was a big drop. Tifa's ankles.
All right, here's our special extreme guest.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Love this guy.
I'll try and do the cool
The
thing so
donation train is pulled into the station. Choo choo.
Someone said that's more terrifying. I agree. I have to keep you all awake. I mean, not one of you. One of you needs to go to sleep, but the rest of you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm really pushing my fucking luck here. Alright, I did it still.
My favorite part about trains is how they hover. Oh
Me
my
too.
god.
And how they bleed. That's
yeah,
cool.
also how they bleed. Now, does Thomas the Train have oil or blood inside of him?
He has my sympathies.
Okay. Okay. You know what? That's valid. We've got a donation in from Nina M, $40. Hey all, I donated $40 to the Act Blue Bail Fund split. I've been donating, fundraising, working protest dispatch, and running supplies to protesters all week, and I was starting to feel tapped out. Then I saw Tifa Lockhart wielding a katana, and I knew I could give once again. Thank you for giving me some extra energy and a smile. No, thank you, Nina.
Thank you, Nina. Let's see. This is the next skip in the game. There's a horsey boss, but I don't like harming horses, so we're gonna create a skip around that.
Horses are powerful beings.
If I mess up the skip, you're gonna see Tifa die, because there's just no faster way to reset. So let's hope I get it right first try. It usually takes me 2 or 3 tries just because of how timing specific it is. Like it's very challenging in that regard. Like right now, I'm probably not gonna get it. No, I'm not.
Oh, is the skip just jumping up this big thing? A
little bit like that. If he stays out of the way, that'd be perfect. Yeah. But if he comes running over, that'd be really bad. All right, we're up. Oh, I didn't make it. All right, we'll try and get it again, but he might destroy my thing and make me die. Yep. All right, we gotta just let this die.
Tifa, no.
Right. 1 second, Tifa. You'll come back in a hot second, I promise. Okay.
What a big, strong, powerful horse. Either Tifa is very, very small or the horse is very, very big. It's unclear kind of which one.
It's a very big horse. Very big. We get to talk to Aerith, though, so it's worth it. Dying is worth it.
Her arms are so long.
Emma was who was going to follow before Kato picked up. And I really appreciate that Kato picked up the slot. But if you would like more Emma Kidwell, you should follow her Twitch at mkid. And later next week, I'm told she will also be doing a fundraiser, so be sure to check that out. We appreciate her. And we appreciate Kato for picking up her block. Right, why did I leave when I have a bonfire right here and can just teleport back?
That's mechanic. While you get back to that bonfire, we've got a donation from Justin Drew, $35. Hey y'all, thanks for making another mutual aid stream. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag defund the police. Both things extremely true.
Defund police, abolish prisons. I'm very heartened to see so many people questioning the role and necessity of police.
Yeah.
And I see that some people are leaning towards the fact that like social workers do a lot of those jobs naturally, but I want to caution people that if you're trying to come at it from like an anarchist perspective, social workers are still people of the state, right? Like they're still going to enact the state's necessities and value. Oh my gosh, you killed it before I could even set up. All right, we'll be 3 tries. It's always 3 tries. It's fine. Third try's a charm. I always guess like 5 deaths, but yeah. Gyobu really wants to fight me, and I really don't want to hurt his horsey, so I'm trying to.
Can you get him off of the horse? Can you lure the horse away and then get him off of the horse?
I know that if you default fight him, like if you develop or intended fight, the horse lives. So that's cool.
Okay.
But I still don't like swinging my sword at a horse, so I'm trying to... Yeah, the horse survives and he TP's out. But I would like to do my part to circumvent that entirely. Right. Oh my gosh! You're so fast today. You destroyed my way out. You need to not do that so I can jump to the wall. Alright. It'll be 4 this time. 4 tries. How many deaths are we at right now? We're like probably counting the ones earlier.
6?
6, yeah.
I'm not sure. I think this is 6 though.
That's integral to the skip though, is being able to jump on that platform and vault your way over to the wall.
And also dying this number of times just kind of adjusts the RAM, like where the game is storing numbers in RAM, and then it makes it easier later on.
Better RNG, yes.
Yeah, better RNG kind of for later.
We're planning forward with this.
Right.
Alright, I think I did it the right pathing for him. Oh, hello. Let's try again. Better be quick. Oh my gosh! You're so fast right now. Okay. I'll give it like 2 more tries, but then we need to move on. It's a pretty cool skip though if we can get it to happen.
Hey, I believe.
Thank you. Sometimes when you do it, this little I don't know what to call them, gremlin, sees you and jumps on the roof and decides that this is the time to 1v1. And if that happens, I have a plan, but I hope it does not happen, because it definitely complicates that part of the fight. Okay, Gyobu, please, Mr. Oniwa-san, please.
Nah, please do not destroy my cool building.
Thank you, Oniwa. We did it.
Yay!
He didn't break it at that time, so we're good. I think we got seen by the gremlin, so I'm just gonna watch like on the back side of my screen to see if he starts coming. But otherwise, we can just watch. Yeah, he's coming. Gremlin coming. All right, hold on. We have to deal with the gremlin here.
Oh no.
He'll come at me. I just need him to like actually fight me and then kill me. No, I like that.
He's so good with this big hat.
Come here, buddy. Slice me. Thank you. Alright. So we're just gonna let him walk away. Hopefully. He will walk away. Oh, he's really trolling me.
No.
That's fine. I will outflank him.
Who is this dude?
He's a hat man.
Oh, okay. Did he buy hats from him later?
He's like a model that they use later for vendor, yeah.
Gotcha.
I think I can, yeah, outflank him and just prepare. Yep, this should be fine. I outflanked him. Alright, and now Oniwa will come. Oniwa, please. There we go. Off the cliff.
Yeah.
So they just go adventuring.
There they go.
And I reset the enemies by using this bonfire through a wall. Because we don't need to open gates to touch walls.
Who needs a gate?
And that's Oniwa. He's fine. The horse is fine. They're just they're exploring the cliffs. Yeah.
Yeah, we are so close to 4K. Let's get there. 15 minutes.
We can do this. Get him in, folks. We can totally still do this. All right. Up. And up. This is one that I think everyone should try when they play this game because it's not so bad. Almost. All right. And resetting this one is, as you can see, a bit easier.
Yeah.
Let's try this little white dot here, and then run, and then jump. Almost. Okay.
Super close. While you try this, we've got one donation from William R. to the Active National Bail Fund. No message. They just want to help. $55.
Thank you, William.
Thank you, William.
We love it. There, I got it. All right. So now that you're up here, they're not really loading in anymore. But the bull, the boss of this arena, will load in, and he'll start running in a second. There he is. The bull can be a bit of a time consumer, and we don't really have that much time to run during this run, so we're just gonna skip him.
That's valid.
And we did it.
Yay! That's video games.
And a safety idle just in case we have some difficulties with the screaming woo. I want to. One thing I would love, or would make my personal day, is people that know Woo Guy. I would love it if you would woo in the chat when Woo Guy is on screen. Oh, okay. They're throwing those shurikens. They're throwing those shurikens real fast. I gotta hurry before I die of shurikens.
Projectiles are OP.
All right, here's Woo Guy. I'll try and deflect it and be cool. There you go.
There we go.
Little known fact, there's a second Woo Guy up ahead, but most people just dodge right past him. Here he comes. Okay. And he died, I guess, because it just got XP.
He wooed so hard. He disappeared. Gourd seed.
Alright. I know this looks bad for Tifa, but trust, it's okay. She's gonna get through the door.
Oh no, Tifa. Oh no, Tifa.
No one's gonna give her trouble.
All these guys look the same. It's wild. Got clones.
Master Swords, people.
Can you imagine if you were just kind of hanging out in a room and you just hear some footsteps above you, and then Tifa fucking Lockhart just kind of drops out of the ceiling, kills your boss, and you're like, well, and then she just doesn't even engage with you and just continues to run.
Based on time, I'm gonna speed up and just load some saves.
Okay.
Just so that we have enough time to get through it. I think we want to see both Genichiro and Lady Butterfly, so I'll load Lady Butterfly right now. Get some of that in. Because every FromSoft game has to have an older woman with a blade of some kind who just absolutely kicks your ass. So
legally you need this.
I would love it if we could get it in those next 10 minutes, folks. That would be really incredible.
200. We're so close. Oh no, Tifa's on fire.
I'm gonna take a pellet before I walk in and run. Gotta get my boy.
Yeah, this is the most Sekiro I've seen played.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm happy to. This is barely like a. This is maybe like at most a quarter of the game. There's so much here, so many sites, so many bosses. It's really great.
Chadley. Oh no, Chadley's gonna fall over. Is Chadley okay? Why is Chadley in here by himself or by themselves? Why are they? What's the deal?
I think this is like a dream or something from software.
Okay.
can be alone in a dream.
Stuff.
It's not really dangerous if it's in a dream. Let's go. All right. Let's hope for good RNG.
Oh damn, she's got Wolverine situations happening.
Big, enormous kunai that she'll toss at you the entire fight. But her legs are pretty undefended, so you can just kind of cut her.
Oh no, not her ACLs.
Yep. If you know where to go, you can speed through this first section pretty quickly. I'm gonna wait for her to do her attack, because that's an insta-kill.
Whoa, what would she just jump on? What was that?
She has a... Right, this is a fight that takes place. She's gonna do her chase attack. There you go. She does this thing with the wires, like it's a wire dance fight, almost. Like old kung fu fights.
That's cool.
So she'll frequently just, leap and vault higher into the air than you can reach.
That way.
I read that wrong. That's fine. We have two lives for a reason, but it was not good to lose all the posture there. But we'll get through it.
Got a $50 donation from Stop and Chat to the ACLU National Bail Fund. Cheers in solidarity, y'all.
Again, we are every difficulty modifier we can throw at the game.
Yeah.
So that's going to be harder to break posture, it's harder to do damage, and if we guard wrong, we take enormous damage. So it's just me knowing the boss and hoping for the best. Up and down.
God, the wire stuff is so cool.
She's the coolest boss. I had to show her off in this game, in this run. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, whoops, I missed. She's gonna do it again. Maybe? No. Wow, okay, I died.
No, bad, no.
Bad. Not good. Cursed run. We'll get her. We'll get her. I'll give it one more try for Butterfly. That's just how it is. You try everything off stream and it goes great, and then you go on stream and then you die now 8 times.
TV.
It's live TV. We'll get her. Nice try. Ooh, cool. New combo. What's this? Jump to me. Or no? There you go. Now she's on the pillar, which is good for me. Because now I can push her between these two pillars and just do this all day. Eee. I'm hard gaming now. I'm all focus. I can't even... I love talking about mutual aid, but right now I'm like barely thinking about like how to talk about it. I'm all focused on the boss.
Yeah, the gamer has logged on.
Oh my god. So now it's personal. Like they made me look bad on a live stream. And I'm just like merciless. In front of all of you.
Oh, we are so close to 4K. We are at almost $50 away from 4K. Let's see. I'm gonna get this message in, and then I'll read off a couple more donations.
Woo!
Thank you to the folks inputting donations. Enormous work. Okay, so we got 2 donations. We got one for $100 from her Silicon Soul to the Act Blue National Bail Fund. Thanks for doing this. ACAB, abolish police and prisons. Yes. George W. for $100 to the Act Blue National Bail Fund. Keep up the great work. Solidarity. Thank you. And we've hit 4K. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, 4K.
Let's go.
Right under the wire.
Aiden, $5 says, ACAP.
Aiden.
Simple and sweet. Get in, get out.
All right, that's phase 1. Phase 2 is a little different, a little more complicated. She just summons all these like extras. I have to wait for her to land. There she goes. And if you keep at her, like she can't summon those extras, so it's just worth it to stay on her as much as possible during this early part.
Get her.
It's the only game where you can stab
there's
late and it's okay.
Right.
We've got friends. We've got new friends in the call.
Yeah, we sidled in.
Hello.
Hello. Is that Kato on the call?
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Kato is here. Hello.
Guido's here. Oh, hey, hi, Guido.
Oh, Gita's here.
I'm here as
Am
well.
I-
Gita's also
Gita's
here.
here as well.
Dante's also here.
We got
Oh,
it. We're all
Dante,
here.
Lita.
Yeah, we are getting ready for the next one. In here
Walking
for the
to-
last few minutes.
Butterfly run. Oh no.
We're here to cheer you on
fine.
Lady Butterfly.
Thank you.
Oh man. My mommy just called. She wanted to know how she could help out.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
No, T.
Yeah.
Oh no. Rip the
Oh,
run.
It's okay.
Oh,
Are
okay.
your Antifa super soldiers not working out for you right now?
It's going. I've had a few moments where I've been like, wow, that didn't happen during practice, but it's moving.
What if we gave Tifa 2 swords?
What
I
if
don't-
we
yeah, I don't
gave
think anyone's
Tifa
considered
two
that.
swords?
Give Tifa
know-
2 swords.
I've
got a lot of fists,
literally,
but what if
I
she had
haven't
swords,
opened the
too?
Steam window because I'm like doing other shit right now. But I gotta say, so I'm like just thinking of everything you're saying as in terms of Antifa. And I think, yeah, if everyone in Antifa had 2 swords, everything would be working out a lot better.
Pretty good.
Fundraiser to give everyone in Antifa 2 different
Okay.
guns, please.
I died. Okay.
Okay.
Nice try.
No.
A good effort.
What time is
A
it?
very
What time
good
we got?
effort.
It's pretty
noon.
close to the end.
It is 9 a.m.
All right. If you'll indulge me for an additional like 2 minutes.
Go for it. Do your plugs.
I would like
Get
to
this shit
do.
out. Yeah.
I would like to hold on, quit out and go to the other thing. There.
Sephiroth?
Thank Sephiroth, just so that we can finish off really
Yes.
really quick, really short.
Gotta end on Sephiroth. Gotta say
And
hi to
again,
Stephanie.
like I started at the start of the stream, I'm so glad I'm here. It's an immense honor to be part of this event. Particularly grateful to all the organizers, such as Apple and Nico and Maddie and you, Dante. I really appreciate it. You're all inspiring, mobilizing forces for this movement. And we wouldn't be here without your help. So thank you very much for giving us time today to do that. Please get those donations in. Again, if I'll be in the chat the rest of the day. Sephiroth. Yes, Sephiroth.
God damn
Sephiroth died 3 times because
Yeah.
he gets 3 parts in a remake. All right, we'll have to skip the moody cutscene, but we'll go in on this guy.
God. We've got $100 from Gordon to the ABQ Mutual Aid Fund fist emoji.
Holy shit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God, Sephiroth, why is his bow so big and why doesn't he use it?
Oh, he'll use it. He'll use it during this fight. He'll like fuck me up with it. Here we go. There we
There
go.
it is.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh
Nomura
my
should
God.
give Sephiroth a big bow in the part 2.
Fucking owns.
At least he doesn't have a gun. Wait, if Hold on. Did they replace
Okay.
Ushin? Who does Sephiroth? Who comes out of Sephiroth in this mod?
This is a Genichiro replacement.
Okay, just Genichiro.
A bigger, wetter Sephiroth.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
hope it's just another.
I don't like that
Sephiroth.
at all.
Gross.
Oh my gosh. He's the best. Those bows are the best.
So, I follow Anne Helen Peterson on Twitter, and she's just been doing a really long tweet thread of all the small towns that have had their own demonstrations, and it's just hundreds and hundreds of tweets long now.
It's
Like, it's incredible.
incredible.
Like these tiny towns. I mean, they'll have 100 people show up, but like the fact that they have any organization at all is
That whips.
amazing.
Yeah, that cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Boulder, Utah, 92 people in a town of around 300 showed up.
That's huge. Statistically
That's a whole
speaking, that's
third
huge.
of the town. yeah. Like,
That's incredible.
My old boss, Steven Totilla, is telling me that where he's at, he's in Virginia right now. It's a really, really small town with like a Confederate monument, but like when he was running in the morning, he saw one guy protesting outside of like City Hall. And he
Hell
was like,
yeah.
Hell yeah. I gotta go get that guy.
One guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
seriously.
shit.
Teen
But
people's
it's
enough to
shit.
tear down a monument.
Exactly, right?
It is. You just gotta rock it back and forth.
Yeah,
That's
rock it back and
Yeah.
forth. One person, one
Rock
big
with it,
rope,
rock
two
with it.
people.
Very athletic. He could
You
do
gotta
it.
read the obelisk thread, you know?
You gotta read that obelisk thread.
Yeah,
Shout
if
out
you're
to
gonna
that
hype
obelisk.
it, shout out to the obelisk there. I learned a lot about hypothetically tearing down an obelisk.
Hypothetical,
I gotta
to be
say
clear.
also the obelisk thread and Nico's wheat posting tutorial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
legit.
don't. It would be really, really bad if you took 1 part flour to 3 parts water and then fired a whole bunch of posters because it's like really, really difficult to remove.
I'm
It's a
just
very
saying,
efficient pace.
the art of wheat pasting is a lost art in these modern internet times with your
Yeah.
kids and your cell phones. And I'm just
Yeah,
telling
listen,
you,
even
gotta
if you
learn how
got
to wheat paste.
a
You be
curfew.
on that phone though.
Yeah,
on that phone so
You've
much.
got a curfew, and you can't leave the house until 5 in the morning. Well, if you leave at 5 in the morning, the cops still aren't going to catch you, and they can't.
Cops aren't awake then.
not
They,
awake
they're,
yet.
they're like literally aren't gonna be out there. They don't give a shit. They're there to catch people protesting at 2 a.m. and then go to sleep like, job well done. So you can
you're
go
so
out
close, you
like
got
super,
this,
super
man.
early.
Very close.
I would also suggest people don't take live moss and
Okay.
water and put them in a
Awesome.
blender
Yep.
and then use that as some sort of biological paint that you could paint on buildings. And you don't want to do that because then it'll grow a bunch of moss in the pattern that you've painted
Whatever
on.
pattern you paint, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I think
That
it
would
be
be
really
Numbers,
terrible
letters,
if
whatever you want.
People looked
Congratulations,
up their
Ben.
local police precincts and got up in the middle of the night and
Oh shit,
put-
man.
painted them with moss. I feel like that would be really terrible.
That'd be pretty fucked up. We wouldn't want that to happen. Are we gonna? Should we switch over now that we're at about 5 after?
Oh, we should
If, for
probably switch over
example,
there.
the local police precinct in my neighborhood is at 480 Knickerbocker Ave in Brooklyn, New York. So don't go there with moss that you put in a blender and Black Lives Matter on the side of the building. I feel like that would be really bad.
Fucked up.
Do
is the
not
thing.
do that. is
Do
the-
not
Don't
do
do
that,
it.
is the
I'm like,
thing.
honestly, I'm so serious right now. Please don't do that.
Please
We're
don't do
switching
that.
over.
Okay,
There we
thank
go.
you so much, Ben. Do you have any?
Thank you so much, Ben.
Ben and Nikki, do
Ben,
you have
you
anything
rock.
you want to
Thank
shout
you.
out
Thank you.
before we switch y'all over?
No, donate money.
No, just donate.
That's all I
That's
got.
pretty much it.
Hell yeah. Do it. Donate.
Thank you for sticking around for the Antifa Sekiro screen.
Yes.
And